boys and girls. I'm excited to spend some time with you today, and I thought before we start our lesson, we could say good morning to each other like we always did. So you ready? Let's sit down and say hello. Well, hello to everyone, and how are you today? We come to our circle time to laugh and sing and play. And when you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. So roll your hands so slowly, and roll them oh so fast, and give yourself a clap, 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 and fold them in your lap, lap, lap. So now if you're sitting in your chair, or you want to sit crisscross applesauce on the rug, or even if you're comfortable sitting on your bed, I'm going to read you a story, and we're going to talk about shapes today. So if you have a minute, if you want to pause the video, just go and get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil or a marker or a crayon or anything that you want to write with. And we're going to have 6 shapes on our paper. And I made all 6 of these shapes, and you can do them too. And you can ask for a little help, that's okay. We're going to make a circle, a square, a triangle, a rectangle, a heart, and a star. So go take a couple of minutes to go get the paper and pen and ask someone in your house to help you. And if you can't make the shapes, that's okay too. But just try your best to try to make those shapes and have 6 of them on the piece of paper. When you have that, we're just going to put it down for a minute. And I'm going to read you a story. It's called Finding Shapes with Fernando. And it's going to talk about those 6 shapes that we have on our paper there. Shapes make our world interesting. Shapes are everywhere. Shapes are on our clothes, in our homes, and even on the wings of butterflies. I love to play a game of finding shapes. Do you want to play the game with me? I am looking for circles. How many circles can you find? So here's the picture of 2 girls just sitting and having a picnic. And let's see if we can see any circles inside that picture. I see one already, and it looks pretty good. So I went around my house, and I found something in the shape of a circle. And the first thing I found was a plate. So I'm going to then take my marker, and I'm going to check off that I found 1 circle in my house. So in the circle shape, I'm just going to put a little check, like we always do whenever we go around the classroom finding things. So I found 1 shape. But I think if I look around a lot more, I can find many, many more shapes in the shape of a circle. Maybe a clock. Or actually, I have a wheel of a bicycle. Anything in your house, you can put a check inside that shape. Next, I'm looking for squares. How many squares can you find? Let's look at this picture. There are a lot of squares just sitting right where these children are. There's a pillow here that's in the shape of a square, even the squares on the rug they're sitting on, and even the picture up on the wall, and even the game that they're playing. So I looked around my house, and I found this shape of a square as well. And this is a board game that we've been playing. It's called Yahtzee, and it's a lot of fun. But the box is in the shape of a square. And if you remember, a square has 4 sides that are even, 2 on the top and 2 on the sides. And no matter how I turn that shape, it's still going to be a square. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to put a check in my square box because I found 1. But I think if I walk around my house, I'll find a lot more. Like even the windows in my house are in the shape of a square. So I'll do that after we finish our story. Next, I'm looking for rectangles. How many rectangles can you find? Let's look at this picture of the 2 girls playing with the dollhouse. And we have dollhouses in our classroom too, if you remember. And there's quite a few rectangles in this picture also. One of the ones, if you remember, that we talked about was the door. Doors are in the shape of a rectangle. But I looked around my house and I found my television is in the shape of a rectangle. And so is the table that I'm using right now. And a rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So I'm going to put a check in my rectangle box for my television and my tabletop. So I'm going to give myself 2 checks. But I bet you can find a lot more in your room and in your house as well. So I put 2 checks inside my rectangle box. Oh, I forgot another one too. My phone is in the shape of a rectangle, the 2 long sides and 2 short. So I'm going to give myself another check because that's 3 that I found. Now I'm looking for triangles. How many triangles can you find? Let's take a look at the picture here. See any triangles in there? I looked around my house, and triangles are kind of a hard shape to find, but I was able to find one in a little boat that I had hanging in my room. And the top of the sail is in the shape of a triangle. It's a little different, but a triangle, as we remember, has 2 long sides and 1 short, just like in the picture that we drew, and has 3 points as well. So I'm going to put 1 check inside my triangle. But I think if I looked around, maybe I could find some more. Maybe if I made a pizza pie and gave myself a slice, because we all know that a slice of pizza is in the shape of a triangle. Now I'm looking for ovals. I think ovals look like eggs. How many ovals can you find? So I looked around my house and I found 2. The first one is a lemon. A lemon is in the shape of an oval. And the next one that I found was a potato. So the potato and the oval are in the shape, a potato and the lemon are in the shape of an oval. So I'm going to give myself 2 checks. But I bet you could go around your house and find some too. Oh, I forgot to put an oval on here. So you know what? Let's add the oval to our shape page. I just put it right down there at the bottom. So sorry, I forgot that one. So let's put oval down at the bottom. And I found 2 oval shapes. So I'm going to give myself 2 checks. See the oval down there? It looks like an egg. Now I'm looking for hearts. This is my favorite shape. I wonder why. We loved to make hearts when we were doing arts and crafts in the classroom, just like these 2 girls are doing. And I looked around my house and I couldn't find any hearts hanging, so I decided to make one. And here's the heart that I made. So you can take the time to make 1 or 2 or 3, as many hearts as you want. But I'm going to give myself 1 check because I just made 1 heart. And I put the check inside my heart. Now I'm looking for stars. How many stars can you find? This girl has a lot of stars hanging in her room. But I bet tonight, maybe, when the sun goes down and the moon comes up and the stars come out, maybe you'll be able to find a whole bunch of stars. I found 1 star in my house, just like this one. And if you can't find one, just like the heart, you can make one. So I'm going to give myself 1 check inside my heart shape, inside my star shape. So it looks like I found 1 of all the shapes we've been searching for. But you can take this paper and go around your whole entire house, maybe even into the garage. And it's such a beautiful day today that maybe you can go outside as well and find some of these shapes. Shapes are everywhere. And these are the shapes that you can go and look for today. So if you want, you can even copy the shapes on this page here to make your shape page. So when you're finished, you can send me pictures of your shape page. I'd love to see how many you found. I'm sure you found a lot more than I did. So have a wonderful day today, and we'll get together again soon. And maybe next time we'll do a lesson on colors. That might be a lot of fun. So have a great day today, and I'll see you later. Bye.